Hello, hi, hi everybody. It's me, Luke. I'm back. Uh, just very quickly, I want to say, I'm trying to adjust my sound a little bit because I like to look back at some of my videos every so often and kind of check in on that account, make sure everything sounds okay. And I did check back on some of my videos recently and think that my own voice sounded a bit quiet, and it was a little hard to hear myself. I mean, I could hear myself fine, but I did feel like I sounded a bit quiet. So I did mess with my mic just a little bit, make it a little bit louder. If it's too loud, I would like to know. Or I guess if it's still a bit too quiet. But I'm just putting that out there. If it's too loud, I'm still figuring things out. So don't just tell me, and I'll try to fix it. Sorry, I was thirsty. So today, what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on doing the new Stronghold chapters? I don't know if you'd call them chapters. Stages, I guess. Stronghold isn't something I've done on stream before, just because by the time I started streaming PGR, I had already finished all of the Stronghold stages up to that point. But just now, they released 5 new ones. So Stronghold is basically just like a challenge stage to complete. You have to use multiple teams and defeat all of the enemies, and that's pretty much it. But usually the enemies are pretty tough. They usually have a lot of HP, they hit hard, and it's not necessarily the easiest. Now, if I remember right, more recent ones were a bit easier just because characters have been getting a lot stronger. But, you know, it's also possible that they could then up the enemy, like, strength to account for that. So I don't know. I ultimately don't know how difficult this might be. But I'm excited to try it out. I love doing challenge stuff in this game. Because I guess I'll just, like, briefly say, like, as much as I enjoy playing games like this, one thing that does bother me a little bit is a lot of the, like, end game content tends to focus on, like, damage races. Like, PGR is guilty of this too. Like, Warzone is a damage race, Pain Cage is a damage race, and I admittedly still have fun doing Warzone sometimes. Pain Cage a little less so, honestly. But it's mostly just because, yeah, it's just a damage race. And damage races aren't normally that fun for me, because there is just, you know, there's an optimal way to put out as much damage as possible. And so it kind of just ends up in being, okay, just do this same thing over and over again. And that's why I really like content that's more challenge-oriented rather than speed-oriented. Because it doesn't really matter if it's like putting out the most DPS you possibly can in order to get the highest score possible. It's more just about clearing. And I don't have to be, like, extremely sweaty and try as the hardest that I'll ever try to get just, like, a couple more points, you know? It's just, do I clear it or not? And that's also why I, like, can usually handle, like, Savage rating in Final Fantasy XIV. Like, obviously there's a DPS check there, but it's not, like, you've gotta kill the boss absolutely as quickly as possible in order to get the best score. I mean, people do want to clear as quickly as possible, especially when they're on farm. But it's not like, you know, it's not going to, you're not going to lose if you don't put out absolutely as much damage as possible. Or like, there's no ranking that really matters. I mean, like, people, like, check their parses and stuff, but that's not something that really matters, you know? It's not going to be like, if you parse bad, you're never gonna be able to gain the rewards. At which point, like, why even do it? God, I've gone off on a real tangent about this. All of this to say, I like content that is less damage focused, more just a challenge. So this is some of that challenge content that I enjoy. I'm gonna be switching around my teams a little bit.
Team battle, leave it to me.
And
You can trust me.
as you can see, only my fire team really meets the recommended BP for this. But I'm gonna do my best anyway. Being a little bit below the BP recommendation has not stopped me yet. So let's see how tough this is. Okay. Okay, Prismatic Bewilderment. Enemies gain 90% damage reduction while died. Same color 3-ping attacks will clear the die on the target, and they cannot be died again for 30 seconds. And then Lightning Mine. Ugh, Lightning Mines are annoying, but they're not that bad ultimately. Let's go.
Follow my lead. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Okay. Ooh. How many? Oh, yeah, that one's died, yep.
Give up. I'll give you a quick.
Like, see, they've got a lot of HP. These are not attacks that don't deal a lot of damage.
What an obvious.
Huh.
What an obvious.
Come on.
This prison of fate.
Okay. We're doing stuff.
Sense of my prey. I'll give you a quick death.
90% damage reduction. It's no joke.
Run!
Oh, so it count entrance skills. Okay. That's helpful.
I won't hold back.
I actually don't even think they're actually not that tanky, are they? They just have that. They're not as tanky when you remove that die. Not that tough.
Follow orders and bring light to darkness. Everlasting warring melodies. Beseech, the constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wind, with resounding echoes, will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melodies. Beseech, the constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. With resounding echoes, will annihilate all vain illusions. Analyzing returning. Beginning it. Still hear the strings in harmony. Behold, a final light. Extermination.
I'm so happy that I have Stigmata now. Ah!
Well, restoring or drop your veil of ignorance. Crush exposing weakness. Let our determination cut through the darkness. Everlasting string, warring melody. Beseech.
I'll also just say, like, this isn't gonna surprise anybody, but because I love the music so much, that just makes playing this game even more enjoyable to me.
Shattered with resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody. Beseech.
Oh, are we done? Huh. That was actually pretty quick.
Konami engaging in combat. Can I smash them all?
At this rate, I wonder if I'll be able to get through all the stages tonight. But I wasn't sure.
Has been reduced to zero. Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Aha! And like another thing about like the difference between like challenge content and just DPS race content is it's encouraging me to play in a different way. Because now I'm picking warp skills that I normally wouldn't at like times that I normally wouldn't use them. Just because the mechanics of this stage encourage me to. And that's fun. I like playing the game in different ways.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Huh. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised that my fire team blew through that. Even though my fire team is, like, not meta. And here's another great thing about Stronghold. All of the rewards. I'm gonna get so many black cards from this. I'm so happy. Okay, let's check these. All enemies gain 80% damage reduction. When a member hits the target with a QTE, paint will be sprayed to increase damage taken by 80% for all enemies in the paint zone. Oh, and I just remembered. This is in Constellia, so it's paint themed. Because Constellia is where the robot art war happened. Which might sound weird out of context. When dealing damage, also deals 2% physical damage to the target every second, and triggers other effects of damage effects for 5 seconds. So they deal more damage to me, I think. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I just think it's fun to get to play my games in a little bit of a different way. To get to kind of try different styles and such. Alright, let's go.
Follow my lead. There's nothing to be afraid of.
There's the paint.
Life and death are hard. This prison of fate.
So we want to fight within the paint and just splatter the paint everywhere.
What is up?
To make it as big of a paint zone as possible.
Run. Pray. Run. Forever I stand. My death.
Yeah! This isn't that hard.
The sun will shine. My blade.
Oh, the paint is gone. I must remedy this.
I will settle this prison of fate. Your talent. What is up? Clash. Tear them apart. Run.
Oh, I might have done that a little early. Probably fine though.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah!
Follow orders.
God, I remember when the game first came out, some of these Stronghold stages were really, really hard.
Everlasting warring melody. Defeat the constrained cocoon. Shatters at the sound of
You don't even know.
shattered illusions. Wailing despair. Resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Defeat the constrained cocoon. Shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wailing despair.
Oh.
Still shattered resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Yeah.
Nothing, analyzing, returning. Beginning exterminate. Too late. Resistance. Behold, the final light.
Woohoo! A little hard to keep them in the paint zones sometimes, though.
The end of this nightmare. Restoring order.
Just stay there. Just stay there.
Exposing weakness. Let our determination cut through the darkness.
Stay in the paint. Oh yeah. We're blazing through this.
Nanami engaging in combat. Can I smash them all?
Watch this one be kind of easy, and then the other ones are like super hard, just because I'm out here being like, oh wow, this is so.
Time is under my control.
I'm ready for my hubris
Something
to strike.
escapes my sight. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
The apocalypse.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
An off hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames. Has been reborn in the ashes.
And
Cease your at the end of time.
this is also a good thing about time lag calculation, is I can
Escape my
make
sight.
sure the enemies
Your chance
stay
of
put
survival has been reduced
by
to
using the
0.
QTE when they're frozen.
The apocalypse will end with me.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
done.
Oh.
Cease your existence. At the end of time.
Hey, it's mechanoid meteors. I thought they were real meteors.
Escape my sight. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0. Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Has been reborn in the
I feel like my fire team is actually having a little bit more trouble, just because it feels like they're not triggering UTEs as much. Which, like, I'm still gonna clear. It's just, you know, I'm noticing. I'm noticing.
At the end of time.
There we go. Ba, ba, ba. Da, 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 da. Okay. Last Constelli. Oh, I should have checked that. Members will be died after getting hit 3 times. When died, the member cannot do anything other than dodge. Okay. Okay. Damage dealt also reduces the target's healing by 60%, and when HP drops by more than 20%, creates a shield equal to 10% of max HP for 5 seconds. When it disappears, it will explode and deal damage within 8 meters. Fun. Okay. This sounds like it could be a little
Follow
harder.
my lead. There's nothing to be afraid of. Give me all your thunder, my blade.
Not necessarily the best at not getting hit.
Lightning has the hunt begun. This prison of fate. Your talent.
I'll try my best though. Man.
Clash, tear them apart. Run. Hey. Run.
Yeah.
Wherever I stand. My
Kind of crazy that it like it took me out of my core passive.
my blade.
Like no, you don't get to do that anymore.
This prison of fate.
Ah.
What is
I just saw that one enemy like through the muscle pose.
Running this way. Run. Hey. Run.
Ah.
Wherever I stand. My death.
Yahoo!
Come on. Keep the sun down. My blade. Give up.
Okay. Ah.
I'll give you a quick.
Pretty sure I just took damage there, but I must not have taken it 3 times because I'm still able to do things.
Give me all you got. What is forceful? I'll give you a quick death.
Wow! I gotta be careful. Ah! It happened again! Sure would love to use this matrix.
Your talent. I like them.
No! Not again.
Down, Collide.
Ah!
Run. Run.
Ah!
Wherever I stand. My death. Sun shine. prison of
Okay.
fate.
Are we good? Oh no, there's more. There's one more. There's another guy.
Are you?
What is our weakness?
You're coward. I like them.
I...
Tear them apart.
No, not again!
Calm down, Clyde.
Oh god!
You can't get my way. The sun is shut. Don't see my blade.
I'll give you a
I sever this prison of fate. The sun is shut. Don't see my blade.
Eh.
life is horrible. I'll give you a
I sever this prison of fate. Follow my lead. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit tougher.
Follow orders and bring light to darkness. Everlasting warring
Those ranged attacks are gonna suck.
cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion.
wind of change.
Shattered with resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusion. Tracking, analyzing, returning. Begin resistance is futile. Behold, the final light. Justice. Over the end of this nightmare.
Okay, okay.
Follow order. Restoring order. Drop your veil of ignorance. Frozen weakness. Let our determination cut through the darkness. Warring melody. Beseech the constrained cocoon. Shatters at the sound of cold.
Wind of change.
Shattered illusion.
Wind of change.
With resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusion.
I feel like I could have gotten hit there a lot more.
Beseech the constrained cocoon. Shatters at the sound of cold. Stilled spring. Shattered illusion.
Wind of change.
Stilled, shattered with resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusion. Tracking, analyzing. Resistance is futile. Hear the strings in harmony. Behold, the final light.
Can't hit me when I'm up here, though. Well, I actually didn't mean to switch back to Hunying, but that's okay.
Warring melody. The constrained cocoon.
Oh, I didn't get the Moon Song realm off. No.
Shattered illusion. Stilled spring, shattered with resounding echoes, will annihilate all vain illusion. Warring melody. Beseech
There we go. Once again, all is right with the
the
world.
constrained cocoon, shatters at the sound of cold. Still, I must find my rhythm again.
Just gonna have to wait.
Wind of change.
Stilled spring, shattered illusion.
Wind of change.
With resounding
There we go.
Tracking, analyzing,
Almost
returning.
gotcha.
Not to be tolerated. Here, behold, the final light. Extermination. Oh, there. Big knife there.
Alright. Last Constellia stage. Oh! Yeah, boss fight! I love this boss theme. I think it's super underrated.
Leave it to me.
Time is under my control. No way out. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
The apocalypse.
Target locked. Pressing fire.
Has been reborn in the ashes. We're not taking construct as
Ah!
It's the left side of
Cease.
Yeah.
使いで問い正義で測り決意の刃で闇を払う
the apocalypse. Will end with me. Our chest has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Target locked.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Let's go.
We're not taking construct as
Simulation complete. Commandant, critical time is under my control.
Leave it to me.
Eh?
No way out.
Oh, I couldn't move because I was matrixed again.
Don't think your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
The apocalypse. Will end with me.
使いで問い正義で測り決意の刃で
Put your big ultimate
闇を
attack
払
away.
う
We did it! Okay. Now we'll move on. Oh wait, and this! Now, we're gonna move on to Fort Winter. And in case you didn't know, these are all locations that are visited in the various chapters in the game. Okay, let's check these buffs. Damage of all 3 ping attacks decreases by 80%. Enemies cannot be affected by Matrix. When you're far away from the target, transfers you close to the target. The farther the transfer distance, the shorter the cooldown. Increase extra damage bonus by 10%. The more allies are nearby, the more stacks will be granted. Okay. Let's see.
Follow my lead. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Give me up.
Okay.
This prison of fate.
Yourself.
What is our
Tear them apart.
The solution here is just doing a lot of damage that's not from skills. Or from orb skills, that is.
attack. My blade. I won't hold back. Life and death are but a moment apart.
Oh shit.
Are you?
I'll give you a quick.
I messed up.
Run. Run. Come on. Wherever I stand. My step.
Sun attack. My blade. I won't hold back. Life and death.
All the help gone.
I accept this prison of fate.
Oh,
Tear them apart.
I didn't. I messed up again.
Are you? Run this way. Run. Run. Wherever I stand. My step.
The sun attack. My blade. Give up.
I'll give you a quick.
I sever this prison of fate.
What is up?
And I only just realized if 3 ping skills deal reduced damage, I should just be building up Alpha's core passive with the dodge attacks.
Run.
That'll probably do more damage, but it's too late for me to really make use of that knowledge. Oops.
Follow orders. And bring light to darkness.
Everlasting glory. Be seized. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion. Wailing despair. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody. Be seized. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion. Wailing despair.
I must find my rhythm again.
Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning. Resistance is futile.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Behold, the final light. Justice. The end of this nightmare.
This is a very little room now that I think about it.
Restoring order. Drop your veil of ignorance.
But of course, I'm not trapped in here with them. They're trapped in here with me.
Through the darkness.
Everlasting strength. Warring melody. Be seized. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of toll. Shattered illusion. Shattered illusion. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning. Beginning extermination.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Ow!
Behold, the final light.
Hi, Ben Loves Food. How are you?
Restoring or drop your veil of ignorance.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Let our determination cut through the darkness.
Everlasting warring melody. Be seized.
I must find my rhythm again.
The
You're feeding
constrained
into your
cocoon
War Thunder
sounds like the
addiction?
sound of souls.
Wait, what's War Thunder? Is that a game?
Konami engaging in combat. Can I smash them all?
As for me, I'm doing alright.
Time is under my control.
Right now I'm just doing some challenge stages in Punishing Grey Raven. Having a lot of fun.
Maximum suppressing fire.
So they haven't been too challenging yet.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Oh boy. These enemies sure love to block.
Cease your at the end of time. No way out. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
Will end with me. Has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Target
Has been reborn in the ashes.
It's a pain simulator where you grind tanks and flames. Do you mean grind as in like level grinding, or grind as in like actually in a grinder?
target locked.
Just because I ask because I'm not entirely sure what a pain simulator is.
Has been reborn
Okay,
in
level
the ashes.
grinding.
Simulation complete. Cease your existence. At the end of time. No way out.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what a pain simulator was, so I was like,
Reduced to 0.
is that like are they, is it pain as in like they're crushing something? I wasn't sure. Hmm. Oh, I forgot to look at the buffs before I went in. Wait, what? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Members cannot use QTE skills or switch in. Oh god. I need to change my party setup a little bit.
Follow my lead. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, it's like being stuck in a painful relationship that you just can't end. So does that mean you just like it's a, how do I, does that just mean that it's like a game that's not very fun or something? Sorry, I feel like I'm being very stupid right now.
This fight better not be a boring one. Give me all you got.
The sun will shine. So my flame.
So if I can't use QTEs or switch in
Now you're on
members, they are basically just forcing me to solo this. That's fun. But it's addictive at the same time.
life and death are but a moment of. Now you're on the other side.
This prison of fate.
Uh-oh.
Is that the sun will shine? So be my flame.
you're on the other side of the line.
I will sever this prison of fate.
Ah!
The sun will set. You'll see my flame.
Life and death are but a moment apart. Now you're on the other side of the line.
I will sever this prison of fate. The sun will set. You'll see my flame.
Life and death are but a moment. Now you're on the other side of the line. Give up.
Ugh.
A worthy opponent.
I will sever this prison of
Okay,
fate.
Alpha's like running out of HP, and this might end up answering one of my questions about this enforced solo mode, which is,
Life and
but
death
when it
are
said
but a
members
moment
cannot switch in,
apart. Now you're on the other side of the line.
can I, like if I die, am I just dead, or will it switch in one of the other characters? I'm actually gonna die on purpose because I want to know.
This is how it
Okay, yeah, okay. So it switches in somebody else if they die.
Come on, keep them coming.
So what's this game about? Well, right now, I'm not doing story stuff. Right now, I'm just doing, like, challenge stuff. But in general, the game is, like, post-apocalyptic sci-fi type deal where the world has been ravaged by this disease called the punishing virus. It's a very unique disease in that it is not only extremely harmful to humans, it can also infect machinery. And whereas it just kills humans, with machinery, it turns the machines into, like, basically robot zombies. And so all the playable characters in this game are what are called constructs, which are humans formerly humans who have been entirely remade into robots in order to gain more power and fight against the disease.
Toast the night with twilight. Indulge in this dream.
Hi, Cole! So cyborgs fighting zombie robots? Basically.
I must find my rhythm again.
The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Scattered illusion. Wind spin. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusion. Roaring
It's
melody.
very fun.
The constrained
And the
cocoon
story is
shatters
like,
at the sound of toll.
the story gets pretty bleak, honestly.
Find my rhythm again.
It's a lot of, like,
Shattered illusion.
the horrors of war.
Stilled spring. Shattered illusion. Wind spin. Resounding echoes will annihilate.
And
all
also the
vain
horrors of, you know, living
illusion. Melody.
in the apocalypse.
Beseech. The
Which I think we can all
constrained
agree is
cocoon shatters at the sound of
not
cold.
enviable.
Stilled spring. Shattered illusion. Wind spin. Stilled spring. Resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusion.
I must find my rhythm again.
Beseech. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold.
And in addition to the story, the game is also very fun because it's got just really nice combat and very fun music as
I
well.
must find my rhythm
Well,
again.
if you like trance music, which I very much do.
illusions. Wind distinct. Resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wind distinct. Stilled spring. Shattered with resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Thanks for the cheers, Cole. I'm doing my best over here. I don't know when you came in, Cole, but currently this level has an effect that does not allow me to switch characters. So it is basically forcing me to solo, which is kind of a fun challenge. It's not a full solo, because if I die, I can still switch characters. But, you know, it's still forcing me to use only one character instead of switching, which is kind of a fun challenge. And now, instead of playing as my DPS or my tank, I'm gonna play as my healer. And I'm going to devastate. Oh, it's Alpha. Ah!
I can handle this.
Liv is just so overtuned.
Hardship
I'm
has
so
been
happy
destroyed
about
in
it.
the burning flames. Has been reborn in the ashes.
How's it going over there, Alpha? Not great?
Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames. Has been reborn in the ashes. Ow! I can handle this.
Oh shit.
failed.
Okay, I got cocky. My hubris.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0. Cease your existence. At the end of time.
Kaboom! Ah!
Don't think you can escape my sight. Time is under my control. No way out. Don't think you can escape my sight. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0. Cease your existence. At the end of time.
Ah! Don't hit me with your motorcycle!
Nothing serious. Focus. There's no way out. Time is under my control. Don't think you can escape my sight. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0. Cease your existence. At the end of time. Nothing serious.
Ah!
Get back up. Times as it takes.
Almost got her.
Is the left side of the armor too thin?
Woo. Clearly, I got too confident with my fire team. I'll take that as a lesson in humility. Alright, what's the deal now? Ooh! Damage dealt decreases by 80% when combo count is lower than 200. Enemies are immune to control effects, and immune to the limiting effects of Matrix and Signature. Oh boy, okay, this could be rough. The combo count thing I'm not too worried about. Although, if the enemies are immune to Matrix and Signature, that could be a problem. More than usual. Okay. Let's get ready!
This fight
Oh wait, I forgot to...
better not be a boring one.
Sorry, false start. I forgot to switch my starters back, because I changed my starters so that I could play as the characters I wanted to play as when I couldn't switch, and now I have to put them back to being the actual ones that I want to start with, because now I can switch characters.
Follow my lead.
I
There's
will.
nothing to be afraid of.
Give me all you got.
My blade!
Life
As the hunt
Gotta get that combo count up.
I sever this prison of fate!
Clash, tear them apart.
What is up?
There we go.
Run. Run. Wherever I stand. My God.
Sun shine. So my blade!
Give up. Life.
Okay, this isn't that bad.
I sever this prison of fate!
The Matrix ignore has not been as much of a problem as I was worried it might be. Yet.
Run.
Woohoo!
Wherever I stand. My God.
Sun shine. So my blade!
Give up.
As the hunt begun.
I sever this prison of fate!
Ooh, more of them.
You're a coward.
What is up?
Run. Run.
Something fun about these well, kind of fun, but also a little sad. Something fun about these gung-hoer enemies is that, if you defeat other enemies around them, they get scared and start to beg for their lives, and then just don't fight back at all.
I'll give you a
I sever this prison of fate!
You're a coward.
What is up?
Are you running this way? Run.
So in other words, expect some of these enemies to become real useless in a minute.
There's nothing.
Or maybe not. Maybe they'll die first.
My God.
The sun shine. So my blade!
Life is
Has the hunt begun?
I sever this prison of fate!
Wait, when did my combo count get reset? Oh, see, they're doing it.
Follow orders! And bring light to darkness!
Everlasting
Okay,
roaring
okay.
melody.
Defeat constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wearing despair.
Ah!
I must find my rhythm again.
Hey!
Stilled spring. Shattered illusions.
See, this is how Matrix can make things a little difficult.
Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing.
Or rather, ignoring Matrix. That's how ignoring Matrix can make things a little difficult.
Behold, the final light. Whee! End of this nightmare. Follow orders. Stop your veil of ignorance.
Crap!
Restoring order. Stop your veil
I
of
lost the combo.
Let our determination cut through the darkness.
Tracking, analyzing.
Oh.
Returning.
I meant to switch to Han Ying. I messed up.
Hear the strings in harmony.
But it's not that big a deal.
Final light. Examination. The end of this nightmare.
Honey, come back.
Warring melody. Defeat the constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wind despair. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody. Defeat.
I must find my rhythm again.
Warring melody. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wind despair. Stilled spring.
I must find my rhythm again.
Shattered illusions. Wind. With resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing. Returning.
Resistance is futile. Hear the strings in harmony. Behold, the final light. Justice. The end of this nightmare.
Good.
Restoring
Are we good? No, we're not.
Stop your veil of ignorance.
You're not gone yet.
Tonight. But hear the... Let our determination cut through the darkness. Everlasting warring melody. Defeat. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion. Wind. With resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody. Defeat.
Oh, there's more.
The constrained cocoon
There's more enemies.
shatters at the sound of cold.
I thought I was almost done. Done.
Wind.
Find my rhythm again.
Wind. With resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing. Returning.
I thought I was almost done.
To confess,
But it was once again my hubris.
the final light. Judgment. All despair. The end of this nightmare. Restoring or stop your veil of ignorance. Judgment. Open and hear. Hear the strings in harmony. Let our determination cut through the darkness. Everlasting warring melody. Defeat. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion. Wind despair. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Now we're done. Okay. Hi, Lilith.
Simulation complete. Time is under my control. No way out. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
The apocalypse.
He's a little tankier than I expected.
Maximum compressing fire.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
It's the left side of the armor piece.
Cease your resistance. At the end of time. No way out.
Leave it to me.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
The apocalypse will end with me. Heartshell has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Target locked.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
You're not ready to construct Empire!
Is she not gonna phase change? I guess it's just phase 1 Lilith.
Simulation complete. Cease your resistance. At the end of time.
She's not gonna show me her card tricks.
Don't think your chance of
Unless, of
survival
course,
has
she
been
is,
reduced
and I
to
just
0.
haven't gotten there yet.
The apocalypse.
And like, maybe the phase change just happened at a different point in this fight.
Has been reborn in the ashes. I can handle rest.
Oh, or not.
Be free from the cage of suffering.
That's all of Fort Winter. Next up is the Hetero Forest. Ugh, I don't want to go there. For multiple reasons. Some of which are a joke and some of which aren't. Actually, I think I'm going to mix up this team a little bit. Because I want to bring in Luna. I want to play as Luna. And I can keep you. And I'll bring in Wansha, because he's new. I guess, yeah, I'll have Wansha as the starter. And I don't know if... I think I've mentioned this before. But so normally in PGR, you want to do team building around elements. Which is why, I keep talking about my elemental teams and my physical team and just so on and so forth. But Luna has a special passive ability that changes elemental buffs and like elemental resistance debuffs that you apply to enemies into all elemental buffs and debuffs. So Luna can be on a team with anybody.
Finish your tasks. I'll handle the rest.
Which is kind of necessary because at the moment she is the only character who uses her element. Oh, I forgot to read these again. Oh god. Members lose HP over time and have their dodge gauge recovery halved. That could be rough. Enemies will reduce the target's extra damage reduction by 5% when dealing damage, stacking up to 10 times. Ugh. So basically what
There
they're
are
saying
many
is be
paths,
careful.
but only one way this will go.
No reductions to my attack, at least.
The enemies crumble in death. Embrace your end in truth. Hypocritical beings. The final symphony of death. Crumble in hypocritical beings. Embrace your end in truth.
Eh?
Annihilate. Pointless resistance. Pointless resistance. He's the final symphony of death. Crumble and dissipate. Be silent and perish.
Are you running this way? Run.
Yeah, I'm using this team of 3 characters that are all different elements. And even so, they're a good team. Because of Luna.
There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
This is my truly bigger picture now. There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
Have I read Berserk? No, I haven't.
Your weakness has been fully exposed.
Embrace your end
Oh, I
in
didn't even do
truth.
that.
It ends here. Noisy. He's the final symphony of death.
Oh, that. Oh.
Follow orders. And bring light to darkness.
Oh, over here.
Everlasting roaring melody. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wind despair. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. War melody. I must find my rhythm again. Warring melody. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold.
Hey!
Wind despair. Shattered illusions. Its resounding echoes will
Oh, I
annihilate
forgot that I'm
all
taking
vain
damage over
illusions.
time.
Tracking, analyzing, returning. Beginning extermination. It's too late to confess.
Hear the strings in.
Behold, the final light. Judgment. I declare the end of this nightmare.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Drop your veil of ignorance.
Judgment. Exposing weakness.
Let our determination cut through the darkness.
Everlasting string. Warring melodies. Beseech the constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Wind despair. Stilled spring, shattered illusions. Wind despair. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody. Beseech. War. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wind despair. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning. Resistance is futile.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Nanami engaging in combat. Can I smash them all?
Leave it to me.
Oh. I attacked when there was nothing
Simulation
there.
complete. Time is under my control.
Oh.
Don't think you can escape my sight. Your chance of survival has been
How
reduced to
silly.
zero.
The apocalypse will end.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Ready to construct F1! Yeah,
Oh, those are big.
Nanami.
Have I seen these enemies before? Definitely not in a while.
Nanami has no armor. Hello.
I feel like I remember these.
Time is under my control.
Leave it to me.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to zero. Cease your existence. At the end of time. No way. Don't think you can escape my sight. Time is under my control. There's no way out.
Leave it to me.
Nothing serious. Focus.
The apocalypse will end.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Hope has been reborn in the ashes.
Ready to construct F1! Yeah,
Oh. Ah!
Nanami. Rockfire!
Simulation complete. Cease your existence. At the end of time. Don't think you can escape my sight. Your chance of survival has been reduced to zero.
Whew! Not that bad. Oh, I don't think I asked. Are you having a good day, Cole? I think I forgot to ask. I'm sorry. Ugh, God. When hit by enemies, lose signature energy and take toxin damage for 5 seconds. And they'll just attack more. That signature energy thing is gonna... This can be rough. This can be a bit rough.
There are many paths, but only one way this will go.
This enemy, crumble, embrace your end in truth. Pointless resistance.
Oh, you had a good day? That's good.
I've got your back.
Heed the final symphony of death. Crumble and dissipate. Embrace your end in truth. Silence. Pointless resistance.
I've got your back.
Heed the final symphony of death. Be silent and perish.
Your talent. I like them.
Oh no! I've been stunned.
Are you... Run. Ray. Run.
There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
Seeing the bigger picture now? There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
This enemy, Crumble. Embrace your end in truth. Hypocrite being.
I've got your back.
He's the final symphony of death. Crumble in this hypocritical being. Embrace your end in truth. Hypocritical being. As the heart said, he's the final symphony of death. Crumble and dissipate. Your challenge. Be silent and perish.
Run. Pray. Run.
There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
This is seeing the bigger picture now.
As the heart said.
Oh, we're done. I was still going.
Follow orders and bring light to darkness.
Definitely still figuring out how to use Launch's frame.
Everlasting with warring melody. Beseech the constrained cocoon. Shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions.
God, I forgot there are hetero B enemies
Resounding
now.
echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody. Beseech the constrained cocoon. Shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wearing despair. With resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning. Beginning evil will not be tolerated. Behold, the final light.
Woohoo!
Judgment. Almost there. The end of this night there.
Follow, restoring, drop your veil of ignorance.
Keep turning weakness.
Let our determination cut through the darkness. Everlasting warring melody. Beseech the constrained cocoon. Shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wearing despair. With resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
I am getting better at using Han Ying's new frame, though.
Warring melody. Beseech the constrained cocoon. Shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wearing despair. With resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Behold, the final light. Extermination. Almost there. The end of this night there.
Tsunami engaging in combat. Can I smash them all?
Oh, I did it again!
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire. Time is under mine.
Leave it to me.
Don't think you can escape my
I'm so used to Nanami entering the stage and then just immediately attacking.
The apocalypse. Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Target locked.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
You're not ready to construct as one! Tsunami! Crossbar! Tsunami has no purpose!
Relationship. Cease your resistance. At the end of time.
I'm sorry I'm not talking a whole lot.
Time is under my control.
Leave it to me.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0. Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Let me try to come up with something to talk about. They don't wanna be too boring. Also, I know some new games have been coming out
The
recently.
end of time.
So have any of you been playing any new games that you've been enjoying?
Leave it to me.
I know several of my friends have been playing the new Monster Hunter. I have never played a Monster Hunter game myself. I don't know if I would enjoy it.
Maximum suppressing fire.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Simulations complete. Cease your existence. At the end of time. Time is under my control.
Leave it to me.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
The apocalypse.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
There we go. That bomb almost went off on me at the end. But it didn't. I lived. They tried to kill me. But they couldn't. Let's see. Okay. Bloody Bite. Yikes. Whenever a member is hit by enemies, they're inflicted with a toxin that reduces movement speed and dodge gauge recovery rate. This effect stacks. Receiving heal will remove one stack. Enemies have extra damage bonus, and they're immune to Matrix again. Okay. Okay.
There are many paths, but only one way this will go.
I do wish they varied up the music choices in Stronghold a little bit.
Crumble and dissipate.
Because I like this song. I don't have a problem with it. But it would just be nice if there was a little more variety, you know?
He's the final symphony of death.
A friend of yours is playing the new Monster Hunter, and you'd rather watch others play. You don't know if to play it either. Yeah,
Hypocritical being.
I've seen my friends play it, and I don't know if it's the kind of game that I would enjoy. One kind of, like, superficial thing I have about it is I always really like to play as mages in games. And there's not really any kind of, like, magic, as far as I know, in Monster Hunter. It's mostly big weapons, which isn't really, not necessarily my whole picture.
There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide.
And I know
Your weakness is
Lastiel's playing it, and I feel like I've watched other people stream it recently. I think, was it this?
There's nowhere to
Who
go.
else was streaming it?
Nowhere to hide.
I don't remember.
Seeing the bigger picture now?
Embrace your end in truth. critical. Use the final
Oh.
symphony of death.
I missed it.
Crumbling, hypocritical. Embrace your end in fruit. Pointless, hypocritical silence. My mind is in turmoil.
Ah!
Pointless resistance. All that helps then. He's the final symphony of death. Crumble and dissipate.
Okay, we're done. I'm guessing I'm gonna fight Fenrir as a boss
Follow
in the next
orders.
part.
And bring light to darkness.
Everlasting strength, warring melodies. Beseech the constrained cocoon, shatters at the sound of
Oh,
cold.
they have equilibrium fields here.
Wearing despair, its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melodies.
And to think I used Luna on the other stage.
The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wearing despair, its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring,
Exposing weakness. Tracking, analyzing, returning.
hear the strings in harmony.
Behold, the final light. Examination. The exorcist nightmare.
Restoring order. Drop your veil of ignorance.
Exposing weakness.
Let our determination cut through the darkness.
Everlasting warring melody. Beseech. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody. I must find my rhythm again. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wearing despair. Stilled spring, shattered illusions. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. I must find my rhythm
I've also
again.
been watching. I've been watching
Hear the strings
Hero
in harmony.
play
Behold,
Okami HD a little bit. I don't know. When is the new Okami sequel coming out?
Justice.
You think combat is tough, having to be consistent toward the enemies. Not that it's a bad thing, but your brain can be a bit slow and impatient with those things. Yeah, I get it. I get it, you know? Not everything is for everyone. Some people will prefer, like, a particular type of combat.
Ready, Earth.
Like, I'm sure I really love this game's combat, but I'm sure there are people who probably hate it.
Cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wearing despair. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
And also, while I may not necessarily enjoy the combat of Monster Hunter, I know a lot of people really love it. And good for them. Whatever brings someone joy. Oh, thank goodness they're playing Fenrir's boss theme.
Time is under my control. There's no way out. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
The apocalypse.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
There is no official date for the Okami sequel. Why did I think it's coming out soon? Is it just because Kiro was streaming it? That's honestly probably it. By the way, I realized, and I meant to ask, Cole, you said, in one of my recent streams, you said you were hanging out and drawing while you were doing it, and I asked what you were drawing, and you said you were drawing emotes. Do you mean, did you mean,
Been destroyed in the burning flame.
like, the like emotes you use in Twitch chat, are those ones you've drawn? Ow!
Know my firepower?
Simulation complete. Cease your existence. At the end of time.
Leave it to me.
Also, I guess another question.
Been reduced to zero.
You said, you know, the combat of Monster Hunter isn't necessarily for you. But, so, what kind of games do have combat that you really like? I'm curious. You were drawing emotes for your Twitch channel? That's very cool. So then, yeah, are the ones you use in chat a lot your own? Like ones that you've drawn, not necessarily for yourself, but for other people? Either way, it's very cool. But I think the emotes that you use in chat are often very cute. And so if they're yours, even more compliments. More compliments. When an enemy takes fire, ice, lightning, or dark damage, they will gain 80% resistance to that type of element. Ooh. Only one resistance at a time. The resistance reset after 15 seconds. Interesting. Alright. I'm gonna need to do some changes to these team setups. We're gonna do
Finish your tasks.
a Nile
I'll
team
handle the
up
rest.
for this one. I'm gonna switch you, Nanami. I'm gonna switch with, I think, let's do, let's do Corinne. Let me just... Okay. And then I can keep the physical team, because there's no physical resistance anywhere. And then... I can move... I guess I can move Hyperreal here.
You can trust me.
Now my teams
I
are all
will keep you
mismatched
safe.
elements, but considering the stage effect, I might kind of need to do that. Gotta keep diversifying. Okay, you're flattered, but the emotes you use are made by different artists. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I'm sure your emotes are very good too. You did draw some emotes for a friend of yours, and are those them? The little bee is so cute. It's got such a nice little smile. I like it.
There are many paths, but only one way this
Oh,
will
just
go.
the stare emote? The stare one's good too.
Simulation complete. Time is under my control. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
God.
I've got your back.
They said 80% damage reduction to that element. This is like immunity.
Running this way. Run. Ray. Run.
That other bee one is cute too.
Will we see the bigger picture now?
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide. Simulation complete. Cease your insistence. At the end of time.
The good thing is my other two teams are gonna deal with this way better.
Has the hunt begun?
Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
I've got your
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
You're falling.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Run. Ray. Run. Has the hunt begun?
There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
Hey, I'm working my way through this.
Simulation complete. Cease your insistence. At the end of time.
The key
Has the hunt
is to hit
begun?
them with one of the other elements first. I'm seeing.
Target locked.
So yeah, I just hit them with fire and then switch to my lightning character. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out.
Run. Ray. Run.
And now that they've switched to lightning, I can be here on ice.
There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
Your weakness is fully exposed.
Cease your insistence.
And then switch back to
End
fire.
of time.
My characters aren't buffing each other, but that's fine. Again, kind of a necessary sacrifice.
I've got your back.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Tear them apart.
Otherwise, they would just always have damage immunity to what I was doing. And that can't be. We can't have that.
Run.
See the bigger picture now?
Has the hunt begun?
Target locked.
There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
Has the hunt
Cease your insistence. At the end of time. Don't think you can escape my sight. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
on. I know your ice resistance is about to wear off.
Nothing serious. Focus. No way out.
Has the hunt done?
Target locked.
I've got your back.
Oh! That one was probably going to be the roughest. But it said only fire, ice, lightning, and dark damage. So physical and Nile damage are not going to be affected.
Everlasting warring melody.
Go, my physical team.
The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion. Wearing despair. Resounding echoes.
To answer your other
All
question,
vain
you
illusion.
think combat that isn't repetitive or grindy is what you prefer. Heck, you'd rather play as a medic or healer in combat
Rhythm
games.
again.
Yeah, I like playing as healers
Shatters at the
sometimes.
sound of cold. Shattered illusion.
My thing is usually that I really like playing as... I really like playing as characters who use light magic.
Tracking, analyzing, returning.
And as I'm sure you may know, a lot of those characters tend to be healers. Not all the time, but a lot of them tend to be healers. And especially if they use light magic and a rapier. If they do that, I'm sold.
Restoring Hordes off your balance victory. That's it.
Again, healing may or may not be included.
Determination. Cut through the darkness.
Warring melody. Warring defeat. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound
Noted,
of
you
cold.
say?
Shattered illusion.
Curious for what reason you're noting it. But you don't have to reveal your secrets. It's okay.
Is this the target? I'm going in.
Okay. Now Luna, as my Nile character, is gonna be a lot of help here.
The enemy.
Oh, that's interesting. The dark immunity aura is clean. I would have expected it to be purple.
Pointless resistance. He's the final symphony of death. Crumble and dissipate. Embrace your end in truth. Pointless resistance. It's a critical being. Leave it to me. He's the final symphony of death. Crumble and dissipate. Take silence and carry.
Well, hey, but my fire damage is actually hitting these ones.
Been reborn in the ashes. I'll knock you lowly stones away. Leave it to me.
Be silent and carry.
What are you looking at? I'll smash you all into pieces!
Yeah!
The enemies crumble. Embrace your end in truth. Silence. It's a critical being. Leave it to me. He's the final symphony.
And yeah,
of
I
death.
agree. I also like combat that's not too repetitive or grindy.
Crumble and dip. Pointless visits. Embrace your end in truth.
Though I realize that might
Annihilate.
seem a little bit ironic right now. Because I do admit that PGR's combat can be kind of repetitive. I think the enemy variety and like the different types of stages really help to spice things up. But now, what we got? Members lose... Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay, this could be bad. Members lose HP over time and cannot heal in any way. Oh, dear. Oh. This is an endurance run type thing. Okay. Okay.
You can
This-
trust me.
This one could be bad. I'll admit that. Oh, wait, boop. Wait, no, I should keep him on red. I don't want him to Yes. Where's Luna? Luna! Yes, good. But yeah, I also like games where the combat's not too repetitive or grindy. I don't think you were here for it earlier, Cole, but toward the beginning of the stream, I was talking about how, like, in these types of games, something that, like, these types of games being, like, gotcha games, like Punishing Grey Raven, but also other games as well. In a lot of these types of games, a lot of, like, a lot of high-level content just boils down to a DPS race. And that's not really something I enjoy a lot. Just because I feel like, well, I feel like in a lot of those cases, I didn't realize disruption wasn't activated. Yeah, I feel like in a lot of those cases, like, there's always some optimal, most DPS way of playing a character. And in order to do the most DPS, you just have to repeat that over and over and over again as quickly as you can in order to do the most damage possible, just to get, like, more points. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of thing. And this game is guilty of it too, in a few places. And I still enjoy some of those modes from time to time, but it does get grating after a while. And that's why I like stages like this one, or like these challenge stages, because they're offering some more unique challenges. And while I maybe still, like, use the same rotations on characters, there are different things I have to deal with. And of course, I'm still going to be fighting bosses and such. And bosses have their own stuff that I've got to deal with. So it's a little more of a variation. And then, like, also with, like, Final Fantasy XIV, you also still kind of do, like, the same rotation in that game. But the boss mechanics are varied enough that it doesn't feel that repetitive. So, like, when I'm doing Savage raids in Final Fantasy XIV, or extreme fights, or even just normal content, it doesn't get super boring, because I still have to, while I'm doing my rotation, I have to adapt to the fights and such. All that to say, I like when games are able to keep things fresh. Alright. Let's begin. Can't heal in any way, and lose HP over time. This is a nightmare.
There are many paths, but only one way this will go.
Oh wait, I just realized. I had been thinking the volume was a bit high. It's because I turned it up last night so that I could hear something better. And then I didn't put it back. That's why it sounded a bit loud. I don't know if it actually affects it on your end. I'm just changing, like, my whole computer's volume. I don't know. So I don't know if it got quieter for you. It did for me. You say, guess it depends on the genre too. Yeah, it also depends on the genre, I think. Because I think, like with turn-based games, like, those obviously are very different from, like, more action-y games. Turn-based games, I think, often are kind of repetitive. But that's just because, like, there's not as much, like, how do I put it? Like, in an action-type game, you have to do a lot, like, every moment. Whereas with turn-based games, it's like, okay, it's my turn, I decide one thing to do, you know? So those are kind of repetitive, but I think that's, in a way, that's a lot easier to stomach. Because even though it is, you know, kind of a little bit repetitive, again, it's one of those things where usually the enemies that you're fighting are able to keep things varied enough that you're not just doing the same things over and over again.
The enemies crumble. Embrace your end in truth. Hypocritical beings.
I got your back.
Fuse the final symphony of death. Crumbling, hypocritical. Embrace your end in truth. Pointless visit, hypocritical beings.
I got your back.
Fuse the final symphony of death.
What was I doing?
Crumble and
yeah.
dissipate. Be
I
suffered.
got your back.
Tear them apart!
Big slash.
Run!
Oh, you picked up Super Mario Party Jamboree? Ugh.
Your weakness is exposed.
I haven't been able to play it yet.
Embrace your
Because
end in truth.
I just don't, I don't have any friends who have it yet.
I got your back.
Well, that's not entirely true. I do have some friends who have it, but I just haven't had an opportunity to, I haven't had an opportunity to play with the friends who have it. And the friends who I have had opportunities to do things with
Hypocritical.
don't have it. That's the best way to put it, I think.
Fuse the final symphony of death.
But I'm glad you got it.
Crumble and
I hope you get the chance to play it sometime soon.
be silent
I hope I
and
get the
dead.
chance to play it sometime soon, too.
Wait. Don't slow down.
Oh god, my HP.
Play. Run!
Need the bigger picture now? There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
Your weakness is my choice.
Be silent and perish.
But yeah, I do have that game and I really want to try
There's
it.
nowhere to go.
Or
Nowhere
not
to hide.
try it. I want to play it. Like,
Embrace
I
your
would
end.
love to play Super Mario Party Jamboree
Pointless
for like my birthday. But I'm just like, I don't know who I would play it with, you know?
Final symphony of death.
Because I think I've mentioned this before, recently. My birthday is coming up pretty soon. It's only in a couple weeks now.
Follow orders.
And I want to kind of do something, like, a little special for my birthday, but I don't really have any ideas.
Everlasting roaring melodies. Beseech the constrained cocoon. Shattered the sound of cold. Shattered illusion.
Oh, I just realized.
Wearing the spin. Resounding
Not being
echoes
able to heal at all means I
annihilate
can't
all
get
vain illusion.
I can't get Alyssa's crit buff. Ooh, damn.
I must find my rhythm again.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Come to think of it, that actually means I probably can't get a lot of amplifier buffs.
Justice.
A lot of amplifiers give their buffs on heal.
Nightmare. Restoring order. Drop your balance.
No, I do have it. I already do have it.
Exposing weakness.
I wasn't sure, like, I don't know.
Here.
Oh, I made mistakes.
Cut through the darkness.
Like, I don't know if I'd have enough people to play with on stream, you know?
Your focus exposing weakness. Warring melody. Beseech the
And I've also
constrained
thought of, like, you know, maybe...
at the sound of cold.
No, it's okay, Cole!
Illusions.
You just misunderstood, it's okay. You're fine!
Spin.
I must find my rhythm again.
Shattered illusion.
Yeah, I don't know if I have enough people to play it with.
Will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning.
Hear the strings in harmony. Behold, the final light.
I have thought about, like, asking, like, maybe Kieran and Hero if they want to, but I don't know.
Follow restoring order.
It's like, they probably already have plans, you know? Because they probably, I mean, they're bigger streamers than me. They probably just have a lot more, like, already planned. And I really don't want to get in the way of their plans.
Warring melody. Beat the constrained cocoon. Shatters at the sound of cold.
And also,
Shattered illusions.
I'll just admit, it's hard for me to ask for things a lot.
Sounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Because I'm always worried about putting the other person out. Or, like, making them feel pressured to do something instead of
Warring.
doing it because they want to.
Shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Wind. Resounding echoes will
You get that?
annihilate all
Yeah,
vain
it's
illusions.
rough.
Tracking,
But this is just,
analyzing,
you know,
returning.
the reality of living with social anxiety.
Behold, the final light.
I'm doing my best to get better about it. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ask about that because I don't know. Again, I don't want to put any pressure on them or make them feel bad for refusing. So maybe I will if I have a burst of courage. But I could be wrong. Maybe they don't have anything planned yet. Maybe they'd be happy to. But I don't know. As of now, I am unsure.
Nanami engaging in combat. Can I smash them all? Victory with me.
Simulations and time is under my control.
Another thing is it might, I don't know, maybe it might just be a good idea just to ask, you know? Because like even if they do say no, maybe they won't feel that, you know? But who knows? I'll think about it, I guess. Because also maybe there's something else that I can do for my birthday that I just haven't thought of. Where I don't necessarily need to... Maybe I don't necessarily need to bother other people for it. Although I probably shouldn't put it that way anyway. Because then I'm like, oh, I'm bothering other people. And I shouldn't think of it like that. I'm only hurting myself when I do
The
that.
end of time. Don't think you can escape my sight. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0. Target locked. Maximum pressing fire.
I guess a part of it is just that I know I sometimes feel bad when I have to like say no to somebody. And so I don't want other people to feel that way. But also like
Is the left side of the armor
people aren't gonna feel that way all the time. I don't feel that way all the time.
Cease your insistence. At the end of time.
Sometimes I say no to people, and I'm totally fine about it.
No way out. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
Our chest has been destroyed in the burning flame.
Target locked. Maximum.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
We're almost done, I think. Are we good? We're good. Whew. Some of those HP bars started getting pretty low. Also, thanks for the hearts, Cole. Thank you for being supportive. I appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry, that's just something my friends and I do. Enemies cannot take damage until you trigger Matrix by dodging. Ooh. Dodge Matrix cooldown reduced for members. When dealing... Okay. And it is interesting that it's specifying it has to be Matrix by dodging. It can't be Matrix triggered through another method, it seems.
There are many paths, but only one way this will go.
With enemies like these, this could crumble and dissipate and break your end in fruit. Pointless resistance.
I wonder how often I have to refresh that. Because, like, now I'm not dealing any damage.
I've got your back.
He's the final symphony of death.
Is it that I can only damage them in Matrix?
Embrace your end in fruit. Pointless resistance. Silence. Hypocrite. Crumble and dissipate.
I've got your back.
Oh god, I think I can only damage them in Matrix. Good thing the Matrix cooldown has been reduced by so much.
Crumble and dissipate.
I've got your back.
Your talent. I like them.
Ah!
Calm down, Clyde.
Oh, you want to pick up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Maybe I should do that too, actually. Because I thought I had it. I had thought...
Tear them apart.
I thought I had it, and then I recently learned that either I don't have it, or I just don't know where
Don't
it is.
slow down. Run. Pray.
It's possible I either lost it, or I just never had it, and thought I did.
See the bigger picture now? There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
This is my choice.
Be silent and perish.
There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
Yeah, Launch's ultimate is going to be a little hard to work with under these
Be silent
circumstances.
and perish.
There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
But we did it!
Follow orders and bring light to darkness.
It could also be fun. Something I'd like to do sometime is do like
Everlasting strings.
a Portal 2
Warring
co-op stream with somebody. I love Portal 2 co-op. It's fun. I mean, I just like Portal 2 in general.
I must find my rhythm again. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion. Wearing despair.
Come on.
Resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Have you played Portal 2?
Warring melodies. Beseech the constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold.
Portal 2 is a fun title, clap too.
Tracking, analyzing.
Actually, come to think of it, what about simulated matrix?
Hear the strings of... Behold!
I am realizing now this is a bit of an issue for Bianca.
My faith will never perish.
Ow!
Restore or drop your veil of ignorance. Well, again.
Ooh, I might need to start this one over.
The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of toll. Still the spring, shattered illusion. Wearing despair.
I must find my rhythm again.
Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusion.
But I agree, I think Portal 2 is very fun.
The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of toll. Shattered illusion. Wind. Its resounding
And it also does
echoes
look like
will
I can
annihilate all
use
vain illusion.
self-triggered matrix if it's self-triggered matrix, like matrix that is triggered by dodging something. Because some characters can trigger matrix by dodging their own attacks.
The constrained cocoon shatters at the
And
sound
Hunting
of
is one of
toll.
them.
Shattered illusion. Wind is still. Still the spring, shattered with resounding echoes, will annihilate all vain illusion. Warring melody. Beseech.
Is it just you now?
The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of toll. Still the spring. Still the spring.
Gotcha.
Konami engaging in combat. Can I smash them all? Leave it to me.
Simulation Commandant? Nothing serious.
Okay, no, so it does include any form of matrix. Okay.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
The apocalypse will end with me.
Target locked. That was suppressing fire.
Oh, but yeah, I probably can't do it with Liv's signature.
Born in the ocean. Konami engaging in combat. Can I save it not from F1? Is the left side of the armor too thick? Konami's Stronghold!
Yeah, this is an interesting handicap.
Armor that she cannot touch. The left side of the
Cease your resistance. At the end of time.
I have to find some creative workarounds.
No way out.
Ah!
No way out.
Has been
I
destroyed
did
and
it again.
Target locked.
I shouldn't have done this.
Maximum suppressing fire.
has been reborn in the ocean.
Commandant, we're going to win. Cease your resistance. At the end of time. Don't think you can escape my sight. Time is under my control.
Oh, but I can do this with
Our
Liv.
ship has been destroyed in the burning flames. Hope has been reborn in the ashes.
And we did it! And that's all for Utopia. So now, all we have left is the Cradle of Deep Blue. Enemies enter a semi-cloak status. What are some of the usual games I play? Well, there's this and Wuthering Waves that I usually play. I play Final Fantasy XIV a lot. I haven't played it a lot recently just because it's kind of that mid-patch lull, or like in-between patch lull. But then patch 7.2 is supposed to come out at the end of toward the end of the month, so that'll be fun. I haven't played it in a bit because I've been just kind of occupied with other things, but I played Warframe a lot. And then of course I have other games that are more, like games that I don't necessarily come back to. Like, I have a lot of JRPGs and stuff. I have some that I would like to play on stream at some point.
There are many paths, but only one way this will go.
But those kinds of games tend to be like one and done rather than things you play on a usual basis.
Embrace your end in truth. Hypocritical being. As the heart
I mean, other people
the final
probably replay those games a lot, but I'm not really someone who replays those a lot.
Embrace your end in truth. Hypocritical, pointless resistance.
Not that there's anything wrong, it's just,
He's the final symphony of death.
those games take a long time to play.
Crumble and dissipate. Be silent and perish.
I've got your back.
Run. Ray. Run.
There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide.
Your weakness has been fully exposed.
There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide.
The enemy crumble. Embrace your end in truth. Pointless resistance. He's the final symphony of death.
How about games or game series that I played before and
Crumble
liked?
and dissipate.
Yeah! So I've tried,
Disperse.
in addition to Final Fantasy XIV, I've played other Final Fantasy games as well,
Got your back.
which probably, not that big of a jump to make.
Final symphony of death.
But yeah, there's those. I've played a few different Zelda games and really enjoyed them. I haven't played a lot of Mario games, but I played a lot of like Mario Kart and Mario Party. And also, when I was younger, Super Mario Galaxy was my shit. I think I actually 100%ed that game.
Bigger picture now?
And one of the games that I played a lot when I was younger, that I don't think a lot of people know about,
Nowhere to go.
is Knight's Journey of Dreams. I really loved that one as a kid.
Shot.
There are certainly others, I'm just not thinking about them at the moment.
There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide.
The enemies crumble and
I think at some point, Knight's Journey of Dreams could make for like a really good nostalgia playthrough.
I've got your back.
He's the final symphony of death.
Because that is just like one of my favorite games as a kid. And it's one that I don't think a lot of people are familiar with. So it'd be nice to introduce people to it, you know?
I've got your back.
He's the final symphony of death.
Follow orders and bring light to darkness.
Everlasting string, warring melodies. Beseech the constrained cocoon, shatters at the sound of cold.
This stage is not too hard because the
Shattered illusion,
added effect is just that the enemies are hard to see.
resounding echoes will annihilate
Oh, you
all
know
vain
Knights?
illusions.
Yeah, I
Warring
love
melodies.
Knights. I played the first one too, Knights into Dreams. And I do like the sequel better,
Shattered illusion,
but I did like
wind
both.
despair. Resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melodies. Hear the strings in harmony.
Behold, the final light.
I've also been thinking about like some shows that I used to watch as a kid recently. Like, this is... I'm not ashamed of this at all, but it is going to kind of out me as like a child who should have known that he was gay at a very young age. Like one show that I really liked when I was younger was Winx Club,
Beseech the constrained cocoon, shatters at the sound of cold.
which it turns out is more popular than I realized as a child. I thought I was kind of alone there.
Resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
But I think it's just that nobody who lived in my area knew that show.
I must find my rhythm again. Warring melody. Beseech the constrained cocoon.
Yeah,
shatters at
Winx
the
Club.
sound of cold.
I loved that show as a kid.
Wind despair. Stilled spring. I must find resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning.
Too late to confess.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Behold, the final light. Extermination. Nightmare.
Or like another show I've been thinking about a bit, like every so often, is like I feel like at my age I still probably would have liked Kim Possible.
Cut through the darkness.
I feel like Kim Possible was one of those shows that probably, like, I would have liked it a lot as a kid, and I just, or no, I would have liked it a lot, like, as an adult as well, but because I was a kid, I probably just didn't have, like, a good enough appreciation of storytelling, you know?
Resounding echoes will annihilate
You remember
all
there being a
vain
promo flyer of Knights in the back of the Sonic Unleashed game. Oh, that's fun.
Tracking, analyzing, returning.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Behold, the final light. Extermination.
God, I remember when I would get new games, and I would just, like, scour their instruction manuals
Drop your veil of ignorance.
because I was so excited and I wanted to get as much information as possible even before I, like, started playing.
Cut through the darkness.
Oh, there.
Everlasting warring melodies. Beseech the constrained cocoon, shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions.
Konami
Oh,
engaging
You know what other game I used to play a lot as a kid? You kind of miss having instruction manuals for games. Yeah, it's a little bit of nostalgia there, isn't it? What other game I used to play a lot as a kid? Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I played that so much. I was like a huge Smash Bros. Kid.
Been reborn in the ashes.
And honestly, I blame Super Smash Bros. As like one of the biggest factors in why I ended up the way I did, because that game introduced me to Zelda, and Zelda has defined a lot of my aesthetic. Specifically Zelda the character, not just Zelda games in general.
Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames.
I have always liked pretty princesses. And when I was young and didn't fully understand these emotions, I thought it was like romantic love. It's not. I just think they're pretty and I want to be them. That's another fun, kind of relatable experience that I hear from other people. Like, the time, well, specifically other queer people, the times as a kid, or like, younger person, where you had to kind of like come up with a fake crush, so that people didn't, like, people didn't know.
Suppressing fire.
Not even, and at that point it wouldn't even necessarily be something that you were like conscious of. It would just be like, maybe like your friends have bothered you a lot about like not having a crush on anybody. So just to shut them up, you're like, yeah, I have a crush on this person. And you don't. You're just saying it so that your friends don't keep saying stuff about, like, other people or something.
Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Target locked.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Then I'm gonna engage against combat. Can I smash them all?
I know I didn't figure out I was gay until I was in, like, high school. Although I say that a little loosely, because I did, like, I had an inkling before then. It was one of those things, I think I talked about this in somebody else's stream, like in their chat recently. Queer denial can go very far. I, like, I definitely, as I say, had an inkling about my preferences before I was in high school. I had some idea even as early as middle school. But I just didn't want to accept it. So I was just, like, fully telling myself, like, oh, no, I'm not gay. And meanwhile, I would be, like, looking at pictures of attractive men on the internet just for way longer than I should be. And still being like, no, I'm not gay. Oh, sweet child. Yes, you are. Oh gosh. Members lose control after staying on the battlefield for 30 seconds and become unable to attack or dodge. Time needed to lose control shortens by 5 seconds each time they're hit. Switching resets the timer. And then lightning shield. I'm familiar with lightning shield. Okay, this could be dangerous. Yeah, queer denial can go quite far.
There are many paths, but only one way this will go.
The enemy, crumble, embrace your end in truth.
I've got your back.
He's the final symphony of death. Crumble and dissipate, embrace your end in truth. Hypocritical beings, has the house gone? He's the final symphony of death.
Characters on the battlefield have gone haywire. Have they? I can still move. Oh no, I can move, but I can't attack. Okay.
There are many paths. Seeing the bigger picture now?
Has the house gone?
There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide.
Your weaknesses.
There we go again.
Embrace your end in truth. Hypocritical beings. It ends here. He's
Oh,
the
it's nice that
final
there's a
symphony
timer
of
there.
death.
I didn't even notice.
Be silent and perish. Be silent and perish.
Run. Ray. Run.
Be silent and perish.
There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide.
Embrace your end in truth. Hypocritical beings.
I've got your back.
He's the final symphony of death.
It was high school for you when you learned you weren't straight?
Be silent and perish.
Yeah, I guess the way I should put it is, it was high
There are
school
many paths.
when I finally acknowledged that I wasn't straight.
The enemy, crumbling, embrace your end in truth. Hypocritical.
It was high school when I admitted it.
He's the
But I knew on some level before then.
crumble and dissipate.
Do you have like an interesting or fun story about how you figured it out?
Crumble and
Not that
dissipate.
you have to, I'm just curious. And also, if you don't feel comfortable sharing, you never have
Follow
to.
orders. And bring light to darkness.
Just offer up whatever you feel like offering up.
Be seized. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of toll. I must find my rhythm again. Resistance. Behold, the final light. Adjustment.
It's all good? Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, I don't ever want to put anybody in a difficult position.
Strength and weakness.
Let our determination cut through the darkness.
Shattered illusion. Resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning.
Resistance is futile. Hear the strings in harmony. Behold, the final light.
Oops.
Well, restoring or stop your veil of injury.
Yeah, this is really interrupting some of my attacks, which, you know, is the point.
Let our determination cut through the darkness.
Everlasting warring melodies. Beseech the constrained cocoon. Static at the sound of cold. Shattered illusions. Stilled spring. Shattered illusions. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking analyzed.
The end of this nightmare. It's too late to confess. Behold, the final light. Judgment. The end of this nightmare. Follow. Restoring order. Drop your balance.
Ugh. Get me out of here.
Restoring order. Exposing weakness.
Let our determination.
Cut through the darkness.
I think it was even earlier where you liked male characters from TV shows and games you played.
Everlasting strength, warring melodies. Exposing weakness. The constrained
Yeah.
cocoon.
I liked a lot of like male game characters to the point where I would like, you know, like imagine myself in like romantic scenarios with them, and then again just be like, no, I'm totally straight.
The evil will not be tolerated.
Behold, the final light.
That's totally something I would do even if I was straight. Spoiler alert, if not.
This nightmare.
Nanami engaging in combat. Can I smash them all?
Time is under my control. No way out. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
My fire team's rotations are pretty fast, so hopefully I'll be able to get through this with minimal interruption.
Reborn in the ashes.
Although I do tend to get hit a lot sometimes when I play it, when I do an anomalous rotation.
Simulation system, cease your existence. At the end of time. Don't think you can escape my... No way out. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0.
Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Target locked.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Spoiler alert for you, Ike from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Understandable. I don't know if I got there with him.
Simulation system,
I definitely did with Link from the same game.
don't think you can escape my sight.
And of course, now I do think Ike is very handsome. But I hadn't gotten there as a kid yet.
Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
But then, like, you know, there are just so many handsome Fire Emblem men. Which reminds me, I still have to finish 3 houses. I've done most of 3 houses. I've fully completed 3 of the routes. And I'm like a little over halfway through the only one that I haven't finished.
Simulation system, cease your existence.
I just gotta finish it.
At the end of time.
And I also got the Warriors spin-off, and I wanted to play that too, but I feel like I gotta finish the main game first, you
Been
know?
reduced to 0. Nothing serious.
Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Target locked.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
For the record, the only route that I haven't finished is the Blue Lions route. And I'm excited for a potentially tumultuous romance with one Dimitri. Because I'm basic. Okay. Oh my gosh. Character select forcing. Members other than Lamia have their movement speed and dodge gauge recovery rate reduced. You gotta be Lamia. Tea time. Yes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is move these back. Or wait, no, actually. And then I do... Yeah, you are the leader. And then we're gonna change you to my dark team.
I'm the leader? Wait, you're serious?
Yes, I'm serious, Lamia. We need you. This stage specifically calls for you. I wonder, like, how much it's gonna hold me back.
Follow orders and bring light to darkness.
Well, yeah, I am pretty slow.
Everlasting soaring melody. Repeat. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion.
At least it's only movement speed, though.
Wind spin. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody.
Oh, and it doesn't affect my move speed while I'm doing that.
Warring
Haha!
melodies.
Loophole.
Repeat. The constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion. Wind spin. Still shattered with resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning.
It's getting too late to confess. Behold, the final light. Justice.
God, I remember this was one of the, was one of the first chapters of this game that I did on stream.
Hear the strings in harmony.
That was fun.
Let our determination cut through the darkness.
The chapter featuring Lamia. It was fun. I had a good time. It was also quite a chapter. That shit got wild.
Wind spin. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing, returning.
Hear the strings in harmony.
Behold, the final light. Judgment.
And that also reminds me, I gotta figure out when I stream that. Because I want to figure out, like, when would be my streaming anniversary. Because I know a lot of people who celebrate those, and I would like to as well.
Cut through the darkness.
And it's probably coming soon-ish. I think it was in the summer. Or late spring. One of those.
Wind spin. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions. Warring melody. Beat the constrained cocoon shatters at the sound of cold. Shattered illusion. Wind spin. Its resounding echoes will annihilate all vain illusions.
Tracking, analyzing,
Evil will not be tolerated. Behold, the final light.
I gotta figure out if there's a place on Twitch where it's possible to figure out that, or like look back on streams you've done in the past so that I can see like, oh yes, this was when I did that.
Engaging in combat. Can I smash them all?
Okay, let's see. Does Nanami's dash get affected? No, it does not. Haha! More loopholes.
Time is under my control.
It does guzzle her dodge gauge though, which is not restored
Been reduced to
as
zero.
quickly because of the same debuff.
Maximum rapid fire.
But it's all about
Has been
it's all
reborn.
about figuring out what you can do.
Simulation complete. Cease your existence. At the end of time.
Well, hi there.
It's under my control.
Leave it to me.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to zero.
The apocalypse will end with me. Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Target locked.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Simulation complete. Cease your existence. At the end of time. Don't think you can escape much. No way out. Your chance of survival has been reduced to zero.
Oh,
Target locked. Maximum rapid fire.
Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames.
mistakes were made a little bit,
Has been reborn in the ashes.
but it was nothing I couldn't recover from. Ah!
Simulation complete. Cease your existence. At the end of time.
Leave it to me.
Your chance of survival has been reduced to zero. Target locked. Maximum suppressing fire.
Has been reborn in the ashes.
Okay. Boss time. Lamia, you are the only one who is not affected by this debuff.
Going in.
It's all you, girl.
Hey, watch out!
Like boom! Fuck it out of here! Die! Sink to the bottom of this
You've beaten Cathilla once, you can do it again!
Everything's What are you looking at?
I'll smash you all into pieces!
Hey, watch out!
Oops.
quiet! Like boom! Like, get out of here! Die! Sink to the bottom of this
I was about to say, wow, this boss is a little bit tanky. And then I remembered, it's probably not actually that tanky. My physical team is just... I mean, my dark team is just not
Thank you
the
for
best.
appreciating the cadenza. What kind of course do you like? What are you looking at? I'll
smash you all into pieces!
All quiet. Yeah. Like boom. Quiet. Get out of here.
Woohoo!
Die. Sink to the bottom of this sea.
Everything's ready. The overture begins. Thank you for appreciating the cadenza.
Blast propulsion, fire!
What are you looking at?
I'll smash you all into pieces!
Are we fighting for real? Don't expect too much. Quiet. Yeah. Like boom. You're in my way.
Ah!
Get out of here. Die. The bottom of this sea.
Everything's ready. The overture begins. Thank you for appreciating the cadenza.
Out of my way.
I'll knock you lowly scums away! Blast propulsion!
What are you looking at?
I'll smash you all into
We're getting there.
pieces!
Are we fighting for real? Yeah. Like boom. It hurts.
It's okay, Lamia. You're doing great. You're doing great. Just keep it up.
Bottom of this sea.
Keep it up.
Everything's ready. The overture begins. Thank you for appreciating the cadenza.
Blast propulsion!
Oh no. I had Matrix.
What kind of chorus do you like? What are you looking at?
I'll smash you all into pieces!
Hey, watch out. Quiet. Yeah. Like boom. Get out of here.
Just a little more.
Sink to the bottom of this sea.
Everything's ready. The overture begins. Thank you for appreciating the cadenza.
Blast propulsion! Fire!
Ah!
I will.
When did her health get that low? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You got this. You got this, Lamia. I know. I believe in you.
Everything's ready. The overture begins.
But Selena might be the get the killing blow.
Thank you for appreciating the cadenza.
Oh yeah, she will. She will. Woohoo! And with that, I've gotten all of the new Stronghold stages done! Yay! It wasn't that bad. Alright. Well, that's all I was planning to do today.
Sorry. You must be
No.
exhausted
No.
because I'm not good enough to share the burden.
No. No, don't say that. You're perfect. Anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to do tonight. So thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. I had fun. I hope you had fun too. It was nice, just getting to talk a bit. I enjoyed being able to chat. So let me find somebody to raid. No, thank you for coming, Cole. I'm glad you had a good time. this? I haven't rated, Sir Alex before. So how about that? I don't know Alex very well, but I've been redirected to some of his streams from Kiro's raid and maybe some of Karen's raids. I don't remember. But he seems nice. So let's do a raid. Why don't we? Let's give him a little friendship. Okay. So I'll just say one more time, thank you for coming. I had a good time. I'm glad you had a good time too. I'll probably stream again on Thursday night, because on Thursday, Brant is coming out in Wuthering Waves, and I want to do his companion quest and also obtain him. Because I need... He's so handsome. He's so handsome. I don't even care if I don't use him. He's handsome. I want him. Anyway, let's do raid. Okay. Thank you. Good night. Bye. Thank you for coming.